Last episode, I told you the damage was invisible. Today, I tell you what happened next and the person who saved my life. Her name is Bhavani, my wife. November 2020. I was working in Fremont, California. Bhavani, my son, and my daughter were in Los Angeles. I used to travel between the two cities. One morning, something felt different. My speech felt heavy. I thought I was sick. 2 days rest. I will be fine. I told nobody. Bhavani called me. Regular call. Usual conversation. She heard something. Something wrong in my voice. I said, I am fine. Just a little sick. Nothing serious. She was not convinced. But what could she do? COVID was raging. California was in full lockdown. Even getting a doctor appointment was impossible. 15 days passed. Thanksgiving. 2020. I traveled to Los Angeles. Bhavani saw me. One look. She took me to a clinic immediately. The clinic was not even open properly. COVID protocols. They had set up temporary tents outside, semi-permanent structures on the campus. That was the medical system in November 2020. They checked my blood pressure, 190 over 110. The doctor looked at me. Did you run here? Even if you ran, this would be dangerously high, I explained. Bhavani explained. They admitted me immediately. CT, scan, tests, then the words, you have had a stroke. I was transferred to the emergency room. By evening, I had a bed in the ICU. Dignity Health. Northridge Hospital. 2 days in ICU. They brought my blood pressure down. 1 day in the normal ward. Then discharged. I was not scared when they told me. I did not understand the gravity yet. That came later. At home. Internet. Mortality rates. That is when I understood what I had survived. Bhavani stayed. December 2020, January 2021. 2 months by my side. Then I had to leave Los Angeles and join work at Fremont. By the 1st of February 2021, February 2001, I was not entirely alone. My son Sonu came with me to Fremont. 15 days. He shadowed me, watched me, managed with me. Every day he updated Bhavani. She was in Los Angeles, getting daily reports from Sonu. That is how she knew I could manage. That assurance gave her the strength to let me be. COVID still raging? No speech language. Pathologist access? No therapy. Doctor appointments only over phone. A man with slurred speech trying to describe his symptoms. Over a phone call. Every call. Bhavani spoke for me from Los Angeles. She was my voice. Before I built one. March 2001, first vaccination. They prioritized me. Critical patient status. First time walking into a doctor's office 4 months after the stroke. That is when speech language pathology therapy began. That is when the real recovery started. But the darkest chapter was not the stroke. It was not the ICU. It was not the slurred speech. It was landing in Delhi after leaving the United States. July 24. At the airport, itself, people rushing me to speak before I could explain my condition. No patience, no space to find my words. In California, people waited. They listened. They gave me time. Nobody rushed me. That contrast broke something in me, but only for a moment. Because I have one thing that never left. Indian Air Force gave it to me, and no stroke can take it away. Be hard, do hard, die hard. I believe in destiny. I do not know what is in store for me, but I believe God had a reason to delay my departure. That is why I was given a third chance. Very few people get that. First, a heart attack at 29, then a stroke at 49, 20 years apart. Survived both, still here. Still here, still building. Next episode. What I actually did, the exercises. The tongue twisters, 4:30 in the morning. Ajman Corniche, before sunrise. Just the sea and my voice. I am Murli. This is the resilient veteran. Subscribe. Because this story is just getting started.